Hi, I'm Betsy Modulin. I'm the creator and founder of Casino Marketing Mojo. Now you're probably thinking right now, so who is Betsy Modulin and why should I listen to her? Well, there's a couple of reasons why you should listen to me, and I'd like to share those with you right now. First, I'm not so very different from you. Like you, I was in the casino industry for 18 years as a top-level executive. I was in the casino marketing side of the business during that entire time. So with that being said, I'm very familiar with your challenges. I'm very familiar with what your goals are, most likely, and I also understand what successes it is that you're trying to achieve. I also understand what works and what doesn't work in the industry for a number of reasons, whether it's gaming board issues, whether it's corporate issues, whatever it might be. So with all of those things being said, I think that you and I can probably communicate much more effectively than what a lot of people out here on the outside could communicate with you. Secondly, I have been studying internet marketing for the past 2 years with some of the world's best internet marketers. Internet marketing is all I do, and it's all I've done for 1.5 years. So this is my life. This is what I do every day. Now the interesting part of this is, and by the way, when I say the world's best internet marketers, these are people who make millions of dollars when they launch a product within a couple of hours. The one gentleman that I've studied with the most, that launch made $28 million in revenues within 24 hours. So when I say they're good, okay? But with all of that said, what does internet marketing have to do with the casino industry, right? Well, I think you're going to find this very interesting. As a matter of fact, I know you're going to find this very interesting. As I continue to study internet marketing and as I continue to implement it and found what worked and what didn't work, what kept coming to me, the prompting that I kept receiving was, wouldn't this have been wonderful to have had when I was in the casino industry? Wouldn't this have made my life so much more simple, and wouldn't this have been very, very effective? And because that kept coming to me and coming to me and coming to me, I decided to create a program which merged the two worlds together, the casino industry and the internet marketing world. Now, this journey has been extremely exciting. It's been extremely fun. And I think you're going to find it fun as well when I explain to you a little more about what goes on in this world. Now, this video series that I'm introducing you to is part of a pre-launch. You're all aware that I'm getting ready to launch a program called Casino Player Development Guru. You're going to get a series of videos, and this is all absolutely free. It won't cost you anything. There's going to be lots of information in these videos. Everything from giving you some statistics so you kind of understand what's really going on out there in this world and how the growth is affecting industry all over the country today. And also, it's going to give you some real tools and techniques that you can immediately apply to your business. Now, I have a couple of recommendations for you. Number one, watch the videos as quickly as you can and take some notes. And the reason that I want you to do that is, as I said, I'm in pre-launch, which means that these videos won't be up forever, okay? I was originally planning to launch in April. I've got a little bit of a software issue, so I'm probably looking at around the first week of May to somewhere in May the 15th. So at the longest, that's how long the videos will remain up unless something happens that I run into another delay in the launch. So you need to watch them as quickly as you can. Don't procrastinate in that area because they will be gone and they won't be there anymore. And then the second thing is be sure that you go ahead and take this information that you're getting right now from these videos and apply it to your business. Use it immediately. It's good information. It's free information. You're going to find out about some tools and some techniques, and go ahead and start using them. I think you're going to enjoy them. I think they will make a difference in your business pretty quickly. So with all that being said, I want to go ahead and get into some meat and bones here of what I have to introduce you to. And I want to start this. Every day I get in my inbox some motivational, inspiring quotes. And it's a wonderful way to start your day. So I'm going to start my video with one of those right now.
You can't expect to meet the challenges of today with yesterday's tools and expect to be in business tomorrow. Now, I really want for you to pay attention to this because this is the crux of everything that I'm going to be teaching you in this upcoming series of videos. There's a lot of good stuff out there in the internet world today, and you need to know what it is. We're going to talk mostly today about video because it's the best marketing tool available to you today. It's the best tool for maintaining player loyalty, and this is really important. It's also the best tool for developing lots of new prospects. Now, we all know good internet marketers use video. Millions of dollars in just a few hours? That's something you need to be paying attention to, and good internet marketers are doing just that. I've told you I've been fortunate enough to train with those who are making millions of dollars in a few hours in a launch. All of these launches use video. According to the video boss, Andy Jenkins, online video gets more money for business than anything, period. Now, video is absolutely the easiest, and if you have fears of that, don't worry about it. I'm going to dispel all those. I'm going to teach you how easy it is. It's the cheapest. Yep, it doesn't cost a lot to do video. It's the fastest. Without a doubt, I can teach you how to put a video up and get publicity in no time at all. And most importantly, it is the most popular. Anything that is extremely popular today needs to be paid attention to right now. Online video will do a couple of things for your business. One of them is it's going to create a bonding effect, oftentimes instantly, with your viewer. Now, why is this important? How many times do you hear, "I don't ever see my host"? Guess what? With video, they're going to think they see you all the time, even though they may not be seeing your host physically. It's going to slash your marketing costs. It's not nearly as expensive as television, billboards, direct mail, any of those things you're currently using. And video is also going to increase your response rates and conversion rates to offers. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling the love already if I can do all these things for you. Now, you can do video like a casino player development guru, because I'm going to teach you how. And really, it's so easy, even a host can do it. The smartest marketers have already figured it out. Guys like Tony Robbins is all over YouTube, and you're going to be astounded at the views that he's getting. Even corporate guys like Bill Gates is now using video. And Donald Trump, he's no exception to the rule. He uses it combined with television quite frequently. Now, the guy who's probably doing better than all of these combined is Joel Osteen. He uses video along with podcasting, and let me tell you, we're going to learn about podcasting as well, because anytime that you can partner with a little old company like Apple, I think maybe you ought to think about doing it. Now, there's lots of regular folks out there who are making it happen too. And this particular guy is Gary Vaynerchuk, who's created celebrity status for himself on his website called WineLibraryTV.com. He's become such a celebrity, as a matter of fact, that Gary has over 850,000 Twitter followers. Now, that's a lot of followers, folks. And if you don't know about Twitter, don't worry, because I'm going to teach you everything you need to know, from how to set up your profile to getting targeted followers to even getting your competitors' followers to follow you. So stick with me here. Think you can't do all of this? I want you to think again, because you're going to learn to market like a guru in no time flat, and you're going to blow your players away in the process. I absolutely promise you they're going to love everything I'm going to teach you. Now, you know what the number one problem for most online marketers is? And you're going to be surprised by this, but the number one problem is building a list. They don't have the list when they start marketing online. Well, guess what? The last I checked, you guys have some pretty substantial lists out there in those little old casinos already. So you're way ahead of 90% of online marketers already. Now, things you don't need to be concerned about. You're not going to need help with fancy equipment. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about equipment. You're not going to need slick copywriting skills. You're not even going to need to use your ad agency. And you're not going to need to look like a movie star. I'm going to teach you what type of camera, tripod, microphone, lighting, and more you're going to need to do professional video. And the cost is going to pleasantly surprise you.
I mean, quite honestly, I don't even really like to see myself on video, because you know how they always say that video puts an extra 20 pounds on you? Well, guess what? To me, it looks like it puts at least 40, and it probably will look the same to you. And quite honestly, I never ever really saw myself as wanting to be a film star. You see, during the past couple of years, I've had a lot of time to reflect on my life and my casino career, and what I've discovered is that all people basically want the exact same things. They want to connect with you, and they want to be led, and they want you to respect and like them.
Now, I'm willing to bet that you want the exact same thing, and I'd even bet that you go to a restaurant where they know you by name, and you've probably said at least once, "I go there just because they're so darn nice." Well, guess what? You're not on your own. Nice was the #1 reason people chose to do business with a particular company, and nice beat price, product, quality, and everything else hands down. Now, Now, it's relatively easy to portray yourself as nice on video, and that's a good thing, but there's two other really compelling reasons that you need to start thinking about using video. The first reason is that video appeals to your viewers' senses. Now, I don't care how excellent of a copywriter you are, that's extremely difficult to do with the written word. But even an amateur can use video, and they can portray excitement, passion, enthusiasm, even sadness, or even anger. So you want to use video whenever you can because you're much more likely to be able to get your viewer to take the action that you want them to take. Now, the second reason that you should use video is because video will book more business and it's going to leave your competitors in the dust when you do this. So, we've talked about several reasons that you can use video, but if only the two things that we just discussed are accomplished by using it, then you need to start using it immediately in your casino marketing efforts. Now, you're a marketer, right? And you simply want to be able to communicate more personally and more effectively with your customers. And you just want to stop feeling so pressured to produce more business. And isn't it time that you can take a vacation in peace? Wouldn't you like to be lying on the beach knowing that your systems back in the office are still working for you and booking business? And the real biggie is, you just want to know that you have some job security. Well, if you learn Player Development Casino Guru, this is going to put you at the top of your market. And anytime you're at the top of the market, you're going to greatly enhance your chances of achieving just these things that we've been talking about here. All internet marketers use video, and there's a big reason for that. So let's take a look at what some of the big boys are doing. So come on with me, because now we're going to head right on over to Amazon.com. Okay, we're here at Amazon.com, and I've taken you specifically to the Kindle page. And the reason I've chosen Kindle is because it's one of their absolute best sellers on Amazon. Now, what I want you to see on this entire page is just simply that if you look right here, this area that I'm moving my mouse on right now, you'll see that what they have right here in the middle of everything is a Kindle video. Actually, it's on the left-hand side of the page, and if you check statistically where people's eyes tend to go the most on any web page, it's the upper left-hand side of the page. So very much, I suppose, as what we're accustomed to in reading anything. So they put the video in the primary spot is what I'm saying. Now I'm going to go ahead and let this video play while we're sitting here talking about this, but I'm going to keep the volume down. Now, if you go over here, you'll see that there's 13,931 customer reviews. Now, that's a large number of reviews, and customer reviews are actually usually one of the most important things on any sales page. So I find it rather interesting that Amazon has decided that this video deserves more prominent display than what the customer reviews does. Now, I also want you to know that this is just a simple little video. It's a PowerPoint presentation or possibly a keynote presentation, and if you look right here, it's 1 minute and 54 seconds. So it's something that you could put together rather quickly if you have any kind of video skills at all. And, I could probably do this in half an hour. If you don't know as much as I do, it might take you an hour to 2 hours tops. But I also want for you to take a moment and just listen to this.
Unlike computer screens or smartphones, Kindle's electronic ink display reads like real paper. Images are incredibly sharp, in 16 shades of gray. It's easy to read, even in bright sunlight. Read for days without recharging, thanks to long battery life. Use the text-to-speech feature.
Now, what I wanted you to notice there is that there are absolutely no celebrity voices in this. There's no celebrity photos or no celebrity actors of any sort. And actually, they just kind of had some crappy little music in the background. So the point that I'm trying to drive home here to you, if Amazon puts this on one of their very top-selling products, then obviously there's something to be said for video, and even video that's nothing special. So why don't you ask yourself, if Amazon isn't using copywriters, no designers, no professional voice, no fancy stuff whatsoever, why would you? Now, why don't most marketers use video? I can give you the answer to this, and it's really quite simple. They don't use it because they're afraid. They're afraid of the technology. They think it's going to be too difficult to learn. Now, I've told you if you can learn to read a recipe, and if you can look over my shoulder online and follow my example, you can do this. It's simple. I promise you can do it. They're afraid of the cost. Now, I've also explained to you that I'm going to tell you exactly what type of equipment you need and how you can get started, so you don't have to be fearful of the cost either. And they're afraid of losing time. Once you learn this and you invest just a small amount of time into that process, you're going to be a whiz at this. It's going to go extremely fast for you, and you're going to love it.
Now, because a lot of people aren't using video yet in their marketing efforts, this is an absolutely phenomenal opportunity for you. And especially in the casino world, the first casinos who start using video in their marketing efforts are absolutely going to rock the casino world. Okay, now let's take a look and see how competitive it actually is out there online in the casino world. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to this awesome little free tool. It's called the Google Keyword Tool. Now, this tool will do all kinds of cool stuff for you and give you all kinds of great information that you can use in your marketing efforts. Now, in Casino Player Development Guru, I have some better tools that will actually enhance your efforts in this area. But for now, or even if you don't end up getting the program, this tool is going to be phenomenal for you. So come on, let's go take a look now.
Okay guys, I brought you to my desktop, and the reason for that is I want us to take a few minutes and I want us to see how competitive it really is out there on the web in your world, in the casino world. And I'm going to show you this with a really cool little awesome tool that I think you're absolutely going to love. Bet your webmaster never shared this with you. So first we're going to go down here to my Firefox browser, okay? And I've enlarged my page where hopefully you can see most of this on video. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the Google search bar, and I'm going to search for a little term which is Google Keyword Tool. Now write this down, take some notes on this, because you're going to want to go back to this as often as you can. You're going to really love this little tool. So I take you to the Google Keyword Tool. Here it is right here, and what shows up, your very first listing is Google AdWords Keyword Tool. Now if you want to write down the specific web address, here it is. It's kind of long, so that's why I'm too lazy to do it. I just always search Google Keyword Tool. Click here. It's going to take you right to the tool. Now this tool is absolutely wonderful. It will give you so much good information for your internet marketing efforts that you're going to love me forever for giving you this. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to leave descriptive words or phrases checked. Now, it asks you to enter a keyword. Now, what is a keyword? A keyword is any word that you want to find out how many searches are going on for that particular word. In other words, let's just say that I'm out looking for a restaurant in Gulfport. I live in Gulfport, Mississippi, so I might put up here in my search browser, in my Google search bar, I might put Gulfport restaurants. That would be considered a keyword, okay, when I put Gulfport restaurants. Now what Google does is Google keeps track of every search that's going on out there, and they will tell you how many people or how many searches are being done per month on any specific term that you want to know about. Now for purposes of this demonstration, let's use the word casino, because I think you're really going to be surprised by some of this. We're going to look at casino. Now you're probably going to have a little CAPTCHA form that shows up down here that asks you to enter some letters, so you know that, so they know that you're not a robot out there. Just enter the letters and then go ahead and put get keyword ideas. Now it takes just a few seconds here, and you've already got all your keyword ideas. Now when you come down here to the actual ideas, there's only a few things that you're going to want to look at. This is set to broad over here. I've got my screen enlarged so you can't see that, but just leave it. You don't need to be worried about that at all. This section here called Advertiser Competition, you don't need to be worried about that either, because we're going to talk about organic search. And when I say organic search, I'm talking about the free search. Things that it doesn't cost you anything. All you have to know is how to use your keywords appropriately to get on the first page of Google. And that's what this is really all about, is getting you on the first page of Google. So what we're really going to look at is the derivatives of the keyword that I chose, casino, and the number of searches that's going on. Now, the first thing you'll notice is there's a local search volume. And what local means is it's within your country. So this, in my case, I'm in the United States. So this is the number of searches that's going on in the United States. Global is the number of searches that are occurring across the world. So if you look, first derivative they've given me is casinos with an S, and there's 4 million searches going on. If you look at casino online, there's 1 million searches in the US and 1.8 in the world. And you can go on down through here and look at all the derivatives. Casino hotels, casino hotel, 2.2 million per month. Now keep in mind, these are monthly searches. Casino Harrah's, resorts casinos, casino gaming, on and on, casino gambling. Now, if you get down here to the term that I actually looked for, casino, there's 24.9 million searches per month in the United States, 30.4 in the world. Now, folks, 25 million searches a month are going on. People are out there looking for information on casino. That's a lot of searches. If you can only grab a few of those people, if you can only develop a small prospect list from this, guys, you're going to be doing great. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do that in Casino Player Development Guru, and I'm going to give you some good information here today that you can start using immediately as well. So now that we know that there's tons of searches, we don't have to create traffic. Traffic is already out there. All we have to do is know how to capture it. We're going to go right back up here, and I'm going to say I'm Joe Blowout here, and I'm one of these guys who's entering the search term casino because I want to see what I find. I'm looking for casino. I want to gamble. I am a gambler. Let's see what's new out there in the casino world, and if there's a casino I might want to go to that I don't know about. Well, look what happens when I search for the term casino here. Here's what comes up. This is all your organic search. It's all the free stuff. And people who got listed here just knew what they were doing and using keyword terms. This over here, the sponsored links are the paid links. These are pay-per-click ads. In other words, every time somebody clicks on these ads, it costs the company that put the ad there a certain amount of money. These can be anywhere from $1 a click to $100 a click or more. The only ad that is actually a land-based casino is the IP casino in Biloxi here on the Gulf Coast. The rest of them are online casinos. Now, interestingly enough, the first listing is not a casino. It's Wikipedia talking about the movie Casino. And then it's Wikipedia with a definition of casino. And then it's casino, I don't know what this is, imdb.com title, but it's something again on the movie Casino. Then here's press releases, and I'm going to teach you about press releases and how valuable they can be to you too. Online press releases, by the way, in getting listings in Google. And then you have your old Google map here, your local Google map. Now mine shows up casino information in Gulfport because I'm in Gulfport, Mississippi, so that's the information it's going to give me. But I found this interesting because Island View Casino Resort is a casino here in Gulfport. Then they list Grand Gulfport. Well, guess what? Grand Gulfport hasn't been here since September of 2005 when Hurricane Katrina hit. Copa Casino was the same people who own Island View Casino now. It also disappeared during Hurricane Katrina, and neither one of these numbers work when you call them. Now, Island View Casino, the Buffet is another one. Casino Data Systems is not an actual casino by any means. And then Treasure Bay Corporation, Treasure Bay is in Biloxi, and Crescent School of Gaming and Bartending teaches dealers and bartenders for the casinos. So the little map has lots of possibilities as well. Now, there's a whole other techniques that go on getting listed on these maps, and I'm going to teach you that too in Casino Player Development Guru. Now, here's you going down, you have another online casino, and finally we get to an actual casino. Foxwoods Resort is listed here on the first page of Google. Very good. Harrah's is listed on the first page of Google. Very good. Another online casino, and then Mohegan Sun made a listing on the first page of Google. Casino City is a directory, another online, and then you have a couple of video results. And video does real well in the search engines, as I told you, so they'll get ranked a lot of times on the first page. Now, this is all fine and dandy, right? But how are those 25 million people finding out information about casino by searching the search term casino? They do have 3 casinos there to choose from on the first page that are actual land-based casinos, but they don't have many more than that. Now, if you go to the second page, again, you're not getting a lot of land-based casinos. So far, we're getting all online casinos. I don't know if I'm moving too fast, if you can see that or not. But there's not land-based casinos again. Now, 88% of the people never go past the first page, folks. So, you know, if you're going to capture some of these keywords, then you need to know what you're doing to capture them. Now, let's go a step further. And I'm going to leave that right there. And I'm going to go back over here in this bar. And let's say that I say, well, I really want to go to Vegas and I didn't find anything in casinos. So I'm going to look for Mandalay Bay. Well, first, before I do that, let's go over here back to our old handy dandy Google keyword tool, which I should have left up. And let's look again. And let's just see how many searches per month Mandalay Bay is getting. Okay. Mandalay Bay Resort is a derivative there that's getting 33,000. Mandalay Bay Hotel, 74,000. But when we get to the actual search term Mandalay Bay, we're getting 550,000 searches per month in the United States and 673,000. If you look at all the derivatives down here, you're probably getting 1 million searches per month of people who are looking for some sort of information on Mandalay Bay. Now, just so you know, right here when it says not enough data, that means that there's not enough searches going on for that particular term for Google to even think it's worth listing. But anyway, so we know that Mandalay Bay is getting 550,000, 500,000 searches a month. That's a lot, okay? That's a lot of searches. So since I know there's a lot of searches there, let's just say again that I'm Joe Blow out here and I decide I want to go to Vegas and I've heard about Mandalay Bay. And I'm not picking on Mandalay Bay, folks, so don't think that. I'm just choosing a casino that everybody knows about, something that a typical consumer might think about. It's an absolutely beautiful property. Now, if you look, Mandalay Bay has taken a paid ad here. Again, it's highlighted and it says sponsored link, so you know it's paid. And then over here, someone else has done a paid ad, but it's lasvegas.bookit.com. It's not Mandalay Bay itself. But here, Mandalay Bay has got a listing. You'll see mandalaybay.com. And they've got a second listing. Then there's Vegas.com, and then you have the old Google map here, which is listing Mandalay Bay, of course. And then you have Wikipedia again, who keeps showing up there. And you have TripAdvisor, Destination 360, Yahoo, Frommer's, Cheapo Vegas, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Mandalay Bay does get a few top listings here, which is great. But honestly, I would think that Mandalay Bay would have stolen this whole page without question. But at any rate, they didn't. So let's say, I say, okay, let me do this. Let me say, let's just check out Mandalay Bay. So I go to Mandalay Bay, and here I am, an absolutely gorgeous website, right? And you can look at the page, and here's a little place for me to book my room right online. Now I can go over here to anything else, and it's going to give me more information. My little online booking form keeps showing up. Beautiful. Okay? Wonderful little deal. Now, I look at this site for just a little while, but, you know, as a John Doe, I say, I don't know. I've also heard that the Mirage is really nice. And I'm just picking any casino here, folks. So I go to Google and I search Mirage, and here we go. I get a little Google map with Mirage. Mirage shows up again. Mirage again. Wikipedia is taken over again. Here's some news article, press releases. MGM Mirage. Mirage Speakers, Las Vegas Sun, Mirage MMC, Vegas, MGM Grand. So they've done a little bit better job with Mirage, but they still didn't capture the entire page like I thought perhaps they would. So I say, okay, let's just see what's going on at the Mirage. So I go again to a lovely website. Once again, got tons of entertainment. I can look at that. I can click, of course, on anything specific. You all are familiar with your casino websites. I won't bore you with this. Now, why am I taking the time to show you as if I were a guest and I'm clicking through these sites? Well, there's a reason for that. Let's go over here and let's look at a little search term for a company that I've been telling you guys about in Gulfport, Mississippi, called Casino Player Development Guru. Now, I didn't put any information out on the web until March the 1st on Casino Player Development Guru. If you look here when you search this term, what happens? First thing you get is a video that was put up by me on Vimeo. I told you video got great search engine rankings. Well, here I am, #1 with a video. #2 is eZine Articles. Now, what is eZine Articles? It's an online magazine, and I write for a lot of online magazines, and I've been given expert author status by doing so. Now, what happens? Video got #1, and this eZine got #2. This also creates backlinks to your website, which we'll talk about later on again in Casino Player Development Guru, but all this stuff is really important to know. Now, if you think this is hard and you're being overwhelmed by it, stop. Don't. Because I'm going to give you systems that is just going to blow you away by how many of these you can get out there on the web with just a couple of clicks. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, let's just talk about going to eZine Articles. If you click on this, you'll see right here's my name. I've written the article. It gives a little author bio there. And here I tell you about social media in the casinos. And then what's cool about this is you can put your own link on here. When you put your link on there and you click it after someone reads the article and they want to know more, it takes them direct to none other but voila, me. Okay, so those are neat tools to have, and it gets you great search engine optimization. So as you go on through my page, you'll see this again. Casino Internet Marketing Mojo is me. Casino Internet Marketing Mojo. Another cool little thing is show more results from Casino Internet Marketing Mojo. Now, why did that show up on this page? That showed up because Google has decided that I am the official site for this keyword. And that's really cool because it gives people a lot more options to find more information on me. So it's always great when you can be listed as the official site. Now, again, on the first page, we're still on the first page. I've got a couple of videos that show up. Again, I'm telling you, use those videos. They do great. Here's Casino Player Development Guru Voodoo, which is me. And they've decided, again, I should get some official site results for that as well. And there it is. And then PD Powell, Casino Internet Marketing Magic. Again, that's me. Now, Jim White has shown up here from LinkedIn. Jim's a cool guy from Isla Capri, if y'all don't know him. And anyway, I think he's still with Isla Capri. I said that. I hope he is. LinkedIn is another great tool to use because you'll get lots of first page search engine optimization by using LinkedIn. Now here's Casino Player Development Guru once again, and this is again one of my sites. If you click on it, all of these will take you to me, okay? I didn't bore you with clicking through all of them, but they will all take you to me. Now, why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because on March the 1st, I put this out and I captured the entire first page of Google for those keywords that I wanted. Now, if you go to the second page, here I am again, here I am again, here I am again. Here's a LinkedIn article on me. Now, this is not me, this is not me, this is not me, and this is not me. But here I am again, and here I am again. Now, I don't ever go past the second page because, as I say, statistics show that most people don't even go past the first. So I don't even worry about what shows up on the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. So I'm just showing you that you can capture an entire page if you know what you're doing. Now, you might say, well, that's a lot less competitive search term than a Mandalay Bay. And you know what? You're absolutely correct. If you look at this, and how do you know how competitive it is? Right here's how you know. There's only 22,500,000 pages that show up for Casino Player Development Guru. So that's not a whole lot of pages. It's not real tough. Now, if you go back over here to Mandalay Bay, and we look at the search instead of the actual website, you'll see that there's 1 million, can you see that? 1,340,000 pages. Now that's a whole lot more pages. And if we go over here to Mirage, that's 20 million pages is how competitive that is. So it's a lot more competitive. Now you say, well, that's why you had the whole page, and I bet you couldn't have done that with a different site. Well, let's go over here to a little site, which I haven't spent any time on in quite a while. It's called Love and Relationship World, and this is a relationship site in which I work with women. I haven't really done much with this in the past 6, 7, 8 months because I've been really busy with some other projects. But if you look here, this has 377 million versus 20 million for Mirage and 1 million for Mandalay Bay pages. Now, look at what happens right here at the very top of the page is little old loveandrelationshipworld.com. And if you don't believe this is me, then look right here. You see Betsy Modulin? I don't know why my whole page isn't loading. There we go. You see Betsy Modulin? Betsy Modulin. So you can see that this is actually me, okay? Now, why am I showing you this? Here I am again, Love and Relationship World, and then show more results. I got listed again as the official site of this page, even though it's got 344 million pages. Now, I wasn't able to capture the whole page here because it is extremely competitive. But you know what? I'll take the first and second listing on a 344 million page. So I'm showing you, or 377 million, excuse me. So I'm showing you that it can be done. Okay, I just want you to know. And if I was spending a lot of time on this, I could probably steal this whole page with just a little bit of work. So why do I show you all this? And why did I show you the websites a while ago? Now, the reason I showed you those websites is I want to go back over here to Casino Player Development Guru, and I want to show you what happens when you go to one of my websites. If you go right there to this site, now let's talk about websites versus squeeze pages or landing pages. This is what I would call a squeeze page. Now, what is a squeeze page? A squeeze page is where I put some information out there on Google, and when someone clicks on it, it takes them to a page where I want them to do something specific. I don't want them to wander around my website and me not know what they're doing. I want to know exactly, there's some message that I want to get to them specifically. Now, the message I'm wanting to get to you all right now is that Player Development Guru is going to be launching soon and that you need to be a part of it. You need to know about it. So what do? I put a little video right here. Okay, got great search engine great search engine optimization from that video, and it tells you all about my product. Okay, it's a marketing video on Casino Player Development Guru. Now, what I really want you to notice, and what's really important here, if you take nothing else home from this, take this. Over here, I have just fill in your name and email below for a free training video on why you should use video in your casino marketing efforts. Now, that's the video that you're watching right now. You guys had to have given me your name and email address or you wouldn't even be getting this. Okay, you wouldn't even be getting this informational video from me. Now, why do I show you this? I show you this because when you go to Mandalay Bay, and again, please don't think I'm picking on Mandalay Bay. I'm not. Probably if you look at your own websites, you're going to find that you're having a lot of these same things going on with your sites. You can book a room, and if I book a room, you're going to know who I was and what I was here for. But if I don't book a room, and I just run over here to the Mirage, then you didn't even know I was on your site. You didn't even know that I went there. Now, Mandalay Bay, we know, is getting 5 million searches, or 550,000 searches a month. Guys, that means a lot of people are probably going to their website from these searches. Wouldn't you like to know who came here? And wouldn't you like to be able to market to them later? So how do you find that out? You do exactly what I'm doing. You go over here, and in the searches, when somebody clicks on your site, we'll go to Casino Player Development Guru. You put a little opt-in form over here, that's what it's called, and you ask for their name and their email address, and you give them something free to get their name and email address. Now, in this case, I need to fix this because I've only said to stay updated. Now, a lot of people have signed in anyway because they're interested enough in the program to do so, but on the casino, you might have to ask them to do more than just stay updated. You're probably going to have to give them more information. Something better. Here I've just put to stay updated for information, click below. But you'll notice on the other one, what was it that I just took you to? Casino Internet Marketing Mojo. And this is really the best way of doing this, folks, and I should be kicked in my butt for not doing the other ones that way. You need to say, just fill in your name and email below for a free training video on why you should use video in your casino marketing efforts. Now, again, what happens when you put in your name and your email? I know that you're interested in what I'm trying to get you to pay attention to. I give you a call to action, and you take that call to action. So give yourself give casino a lead magnet. Give them a page that makes them go directly to where you want them to go. Put some search engine optimization in there that's going to help you capture people. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm saying here. I'm not going to bore you a lot more with this, but as you get into Casino Player Development Guru, this is so simple to do. You can set up one of these pages virtually in half an hour, and I can teach you how to do it. You don't have to have a webmaster to do this. Trust me, I do all these pages myself, and I think it's a beautiful page. So stick with me here. I'm going to teach you more and more about this stuff. Start playing around with the Google Keyword Tool, and the reason I tell you to play around with it, if you go back up here and you look at some other words, there's so many search terms that casinos should be capturing. If you look at blackjack, for instance, and I'm only going to give you a couple here because I know this video is getting long, but if you look at blackjack, look at all the searches that's going on with the derivatives of blackjack. And if you look at the term blackjack itself, you've got 2,740,000 searches a month going on in blackjack, people. 2 million a month. If you go up here and you look at the word slots, and you get your keyword ideas on slots, look again, you got all of these different 550,000 on free slots. Slots, 3,350,000 terms. Now, if you just start capturing casino, slots, blackjack, and some derivative of those slot machines is getting 1.2 million, guys, you are going to hit a home run. You're going to capture so many prospects, and you're going to build a new list of prospects, which is what you're really wanting out there in the casino today. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Now let's move on.
Now, capturing the name and email address of someone who comes to your site or squeeze page is really just the basics. But I'm going to share with you how to do that using some creative techniques. Now, one of the things that you're going to learn to do is to always give your subscriber more than what they expect. And if you will deliver more than what your subscriber expects, pretty soon that subscriber will be turned into a player. Now, the good part is I'm going to teach you how to do this almost totally on autopilot.
So back to video. Do you think that all the amateurs out there know a lot about online video? Come on, no, I don't think so. You know, I could be wrong. Maybe they're all Einsteins out there. So come on, let's go take a look. Okay, we're at my desktop again, and I just want to take a moment to show you what kind of competition you have out there. Let's search for how do I win at slots. How about that? Okay, if you come here on this page, there's 9,460,000 pages. We got a couple of videos right here in the middle of the page. So let's go on over to YouTube and see what kind of videos are out there. Now here you've got a guy, Beanmeister22 with Jim Bob Picks presents. Now we're going to listen for just a moment here to Jim Bob.
Machines. Over the years, slot machines have become very popular, and especially popular with people who would be afraid or leery about gambling other ways. Some people would never enter a casino and play poker or a hand of blackjack, but they would jump at the chance to play a slot machine. They believe that a slot machine is random, that they can put their coins in, pull the lever, and if they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. That it's all random. When in fact, slot machines are not random. The odds are you will do better gambling at poker or blackjack because there's some real skill involved, opposed to playing.
And we're not going to listen to this whole video by any means, but what I wanted to show you here was old Beanmeister or Jim Bob, whoever this happens to be here, is pretty much of a remedial video producer. He's not a video professional by any means. He's actually an amateur, and this is who you would be competing with. Now, with just a little effort, you could become the authority for all of these types of sites, and you could build a huge subscriber base of followers who could be converted into players. Now, as remedial as this is, and you look at the background and you got, you know, wrinkled cloth back here as a backdrop, and you got this little machine here, and, you know, Beanmeister says that he's a former professional gambler and all of that sort of stuff. And you can laugh at this if you'd like, but old Jim Bob has 465,866 views here. So it's really not much to laugh about. And if you look at his ad, he is getting plenty of fish to pay to be an advertiser on this video. So with all of that said, I hope that as much of a marketing professional as you are, you're beginning to see what opportunities you're missing out here and how you could actually take over and just basically steal and rock and roll in some of these markets. Now, I really believe that after watching this video, you know more than most of the folks out there already, and you've set yourself apart from these guys right away. Now, my real point to you is that we know that bad video is getting ranked. So I guess my real question to you is, what do you think would happen if folks like you who are excellent marketers would even just put a little bit of effort into this whole video program? And as you think about it, maybe the question is bad video better than no video at all? Now, we know that amateur marketers are being found. We just saw the guy who did the little slot video, and Google put him on the first page, and there were 9 million pages, and yet he was right there on the first page. Now, are you being found? I'm going to encourage you to quit worrying about getting it glitzy and glossy and perfect. It's really not required. If you want to entertain, then glitzy, glossy, and Hollywoodish and all that sort of thing, well, then that works absolutely perfectly. But if you're trying to sell either a product or a service, it's simply distracting. Entertaining people does not make them want to buy or book or anything else that you're desiring for them to do. Now, I'm really going to step out here this time, and I'm going to say to you that having a bad reputation is better than having no reputation at all, and I'd rather you be disliked than unknown. So having all your customers hate you is better than having them not know who you are. Take a look at Rush. Now, Rush Limbaugh is a perfect example of this. And if he doesn't convince you, then you know that quite often we either love or hate people with celebrity status. And Glenn Beck, why, he's no exception to this rule. So the moral of the story is you don't have to be loved by everyone, but you do need to be a real person with real thoughts and real ideals and someone who absolutely stands for something. So let your hosts be themselves. Let their personalities shine through and let your patrons either love them or hate them. Let video capture the essence of who they really are. And if somebody doesn't like them, well, hey, that's why you have more than one host, isn't it? So who's the #1 search engine? All of you know this answer, and of course it's Google. So who's the #2 search engine? Now, I bet many of you are going to guess Yahoo, but that's incorrect. And those of you who don't guess Yahoo are going to guess Bing. Well, guess what? That's not right either. I want for you to stop for just a moment and think about this. Now, the #2 search engine has a few really interesting statistics. The standard number of searches that the #2 search engine gets per day is 1 billion. And they've also had several 2 billion search days. So who is it? It's none other than YouTube. Now, what does this mean to you? This means that video is now being searched just as much or almost as much as what written content is being searched. So where's the default place to get internet video? On your desktop, for instance. Or where would you find it on your television? Or how about your cell phone? Or how about your iPad? Well, no question about it. You got it. Every single screen that serves internet video, the default is none other than YouTube. So you've seen huge markets use video. And you've also seen great video rankings in the search engines. And you've seen that major companies feature video. And you've also noticed that major marketers utilize video. Now, someone else who's talking about video is the New York Times, and if you don't believe me, maybe perhaps you'll believe them, because in November 2009 it read, "Online ads are booming if attached to video. Video marketing is the fastest growing segment of internet advertising." So finally, with all of that said, I'm ready for you to tell me all the reasons why video won't work for you. First of all, you're going to tell me that it's way too expensive. You're going to have to buy all this fancy equipment like cameras and tripods and lighting. Again, I'm going to teach you all of this, and it's not going to be expensive. You're also going to say, well, it's just not going to work with my casino. But it worked with Nike, and it worked with Home Depot, and it worked with Amazon. And let me tell you, folks, Amazon studies stuff to death. When Amazon puts a video, where they put the video on the Kindle, they know what's working, or it wouldn't be there. Now, it takes too much time and knowledge is going to be your third excuse. Well, the time required to make a video is about 3 minutes. Now, of course, you can take longer than that, and in some cases it's absolutely necessary to do so. But in many cases, a 3-minute video will absolutely do the job that you want to do. Now, you're also going to tell me that the knowledge required is way too much. Come on, have you wandered around YouTube lately?
Now listen, I was just like you. If I had a computer problem, I called the IT department. And if I had a design problem, I called the ad agency. So, you know, if I can do these things now, you can do it too. I wasn't techie, not even a little bit, and I'm still not techie. So I ask you a simple question. Do you know how to do PowerPoint, or does someone on your team know how to use PowerPoint? Or perhaps you're a Keynote user. Really, it's just that simple. I'm going to show you everything else that you need to know to do video and to do video professionally. So just stick with me here, and you're going to be very happy at the results, because the results you're going to get are going to be absolutely amazing.
So what kind of equipment are you going to need? Well, you're going to need a camera, of course, and your camera is going to cost you around $179. Now, the camera I'm going to recommend to you does an absolutely superb job, and you know, you can get something more expensive, but folks, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between this and a camera that costs you thousands of dollars. Now, a wireless presenter is absolutely essential too, and that's going to cost you about $49. You're going to need some studio lights. Now, studio lights can go as cheap as $100 if you just want to get by, to way over $1,000 if you want something really special. Now, what I'm going to recommend to you is going to be somewhere in the $250 to $500 range. You're going to need a microphone, and that's going to be about $89. And you also are going to need a tripod, and you can buy a nice tripod anywhere from $59 to $179. Now, when we finish with this next week and I give you all the specifics, you're going to know exactly what you need, and you're also going to find that it's going to cost you anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to get set up. So this is cheap. You could be doing video in no time at all. Now, you're getting the idea that you can do video and the video will work for you. So in the next video, we're going to talk about the specifics on the equipment. So don't go buy anything just yet, because you're going to know exactly what you need next time. I'm also going to talk to you about video editing software for the Mac and the PC. We're going to talk about the fastest way to make a video, how you can keep in contact with your guests using video, how we can create celebrity status for your host using video, where you go to get animations, graphics, sounds, and music, and we're also going to talk about your script writing basics. Now, when we finish this next video, you're going to know everything you need to know to get up and running in the video business. Now, you may not be a pro yet, and certainly I'm going to teach you a lot more than this in Casino Player Development Guru, but what you learn here is going to give you enough to get you started. Now, coming soon in a future video, I'm going to talk to you about the statistics on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and you're going to find out how these apply to the casino. Now, if you aren't using social media, you are absolutely missing the boat. It is a phenomenal tool, and you should learn how to use it effectively. Now, I've been watching some of the casinos out there, and I'm sad to say that most of them aren't doing it properly. I'm going to teach you in Casino Player Development Guru how to do it absolutely the right way. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you now how to set up your Twitter profile the right way. If you don't understand Twitter, when I get through with you, you're going to have the basics. I'm going to teach you how to turn your competitors' followers into your followers, and that's pretty cool stuff, don't you think? I'm also going to give you some free social media tools that you absolutely can't live without. Now, no one wants to be spending all day, every day online doing social media, and a lot of people always say to me, how do you ever find the time to do this? Well, some of these tools are going to answer some of those questions for you. You should be spending time on social media. You should be having your player development staff spend time using social media. Now, these tools, again, is going to automate a lot of this for you, even though no one's going to know that it's automated, and you're going to learn how to most properly utilize these tools effectively.
So now you know who I am, and you know why you should listen to me. I'll see you on the next video.